that helps families going through a divorce.
Coloring books are an important part of childhood. Even adults are getting in on the action.
One thing for sure, coloring in and outside of the lines can definitely be good for your soul. Sarah Woodard-Oritz knows firsthand. She's created a coloring book titled Color Through Divorce.
So what led you to create this particular book?
Well, basically because I'm going through a divorce myself. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter, and when I first separated from my husband, I was looking for resources online, and there aren't very many. They're maybe about the legal process and then about how to get your next guy, but there really wasn't anything in between.
Oh no.
Well, and it's hard too as a product of a divorced family as well. Like I was 8 when my parents divorced, and so at different ages you struggle with different things as part of that process.
Yeah.
So what is the age that this particular coloring book is aimed at?
I actually tried to keep it open-ended. I am going to develop more coloring books for specific age groups.
Sure.
But this, probably between 4 and 8, 4 and 10, 12.
Yeah, well, while they've got the shot there, why don't we take a look at some of the pages? Because what was the creative process like creating this coloring book?
Well, I have a background in graphic design, so...
These are beautiful.
Thank you. I drew all of the drawings by hand. I scanned them in, took them into Photoshop, edited them to make them look nice.
I might take that down
And then I took those into a program called InDesign to actually lay out the text and the images and everything.
Sure. And so you have different things in here. It's not just coloring. There's also some engagement exercises that help the mom and the child to communicate.
Yes, definitely.
So give us an example. We've got one here that says even through change. Here, I'll swap you both.
Yeah, sure.
So that's the one we're going to talk about right now. Tell us a little bit about this one.
This activity came from the fact that a lot of people who talk about divorce talk about all the things that change. And children are most worried about that. Where am I going to live? Am I going to have to change schools? Am I going to have to change homes?
Sure.
I obviously haven't dealt with that because my daughter is only 2.5. But so this activity is geared toward focusing on all of the things that are going to stay the same. And so the parent and the child, or the mom and the child, work together to create a list of things they can focus on that are going to stay the same.
Well, and there's a certain therapy in going through this. I think both in the artistic process for the parent and the child as they're coloring. Because that's ultimately what it's designed to do. There's engagement, but I mean, there's something kind of therapeutic about that. I would think you would know about that as a graphic artist, right?
Exactly. Well, I mean, when you're trying to talk to your child about divorce, and it's just you and your child, and there's nothing in between you, it's really, really hard. And I felt that if there was something like a buffer between the mom and the child, they can focus on doing something fun and creative, but then still start working through the pain and the process of healing.
Sure.
Yeah, so what's the response been like? Has it worked for your daughter?
Well, she doesn't let me color.
Wow.
Whenever we start to try to color, she always says, no, I color, whatever she says, and she always takes the crayon away from me. But I'm in an entrepreneur group online, and I posted about this because I started selling it, and I got my first sale, and so I was just kind of bragging. And I got such a good response, and I actually got 5 more sales through that group. So, and I've been contacted by someone in Australia to work with her on something. So yeah, it's been overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, the book is called Color Through Divorce, a therapeutic activity book to help mom and child through separation and divorce. You said this was geared toward moms.
Yes.
Is there a particular reason you chose that group versus dads?
Yeah, well, dads are going through pain as well, and I found that they are actually being largely ignored. So my next step is to actually create a Color Through the Divorce book for dads going through divorce. But I focused on moms first because I'm a mom, and it was just easier.
Sure, yeah, and write about what you know, right?
Exactly.
And this is, I mean, the pictures are really great.
They are, they're beautiful. So how can people get their hands on one if they're interested?
Yeah, you can go to www.heartlybroken.com/color together, and it's available for pre-order right now. and I'm getting it on Amazon. It should be available within the next couple weeks.
All right. Well, that's an exciting venture for you now in this next phase of your life.
Yeah, very exciting. And thank you for doing something like this, because as I said, through my personal experience, this is hard, and this would have been something that would have been very helpful.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck to you. Hey, if you want to connect with Sarah, visit ciLiving.tv after today's show.
Still ahead, did you hear about the changes being made to Social Security? It seems like it happens every year, but this year's changes are going to affect older people in particular ways, and we're going to break those down.
And we are minutes away from announcing today's ciGiving winner. We're going to send you to Za's Italian Restaurant and then Arrowhead Lanes. All you have to do, name a fact about jalapenos. Good luck.